Today we are going to talk about Kyler Murray and whether or not he should consider actually going to the NFL versus pursuing his career in baseball. And all that's coming up after the bumper.
What do you mean you don't subscribe to my son's YouTube channel?
Mama, no!
Just snap the damn ball, RJ.
What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. So it's OU related, college football related, sports related. We have a good time. And as you can see, we also have a new kick setup. This is amazing. This has happened because you support the channel not only with your clicks and with your views and with your comments, but on Patreon and in Super Chat. Shout out to Dieter Cross who put us over the top and got us this fine machine right here. Live stream's gonna be so crispy and we get to do some new tricks that I'm so excited to show. But before we get into those, let's talk about Kyler Murray. Tonight, Kyler Murray is going for the Heisman Trophy and he is the betting favorite to win it. So much so that we know it will be highway robbery if he does not win it. Speaking of which, look, man, I got bones to pick with the Biletnikoff Award. I got to make that upload. But, so when we're talking about Kyler Murray, we're talking about not just an outstanding college football player, the AP Player of the Year, the Davey O'Brien Quarterback of the Year, and likely a Heisman Trophy winner. Fingers crossed on that one. Number 7 for Oklahoma if he gets it. And Baker Mayfield still hasn't even got his statue in Heisman Park. But we're talking about the 9th overall selection in the 2018 Major League Baseball Draft. Oakland Athletics and Billy Beane shocked the world when they took Kyler Murray, number 9 overall. Kyler could have gone in the first round. A lot of folks expect him to go really late. Nobody expected the A's to use their 9th pick on him and then sign him to $4.6 million. So much money that at the time folks were like, yo, maybe Kyler should just forego playing college football altogether and just go play baseball for that kind of money. To which a lot of us, myself included, were like, you know, that might be the thing to do. But since Lincoln Riley wasn't spooked by it, and then the Oakland A's weren't spooked by him playing college football, Kyler's like, yo, I had told anybody that drafted me that I want to keep my word to Lincoln Riley and Oklahoma, for which they allowed me to play both baseball and football, and I would try to give them at least one season of college football. And my goodness, is it ever a season. Over 4,000 yards passing, 892 yards rushing, over 40 touchdowns, broke the passer efficiency rating record set by the previous Heisman winner, Baker Mayfield. Kyler Murray's season has been outstanding. It's been magical. It's been so much fun to watch, and we got him for at least one more game. But the way that he's played ball has exceeded everybody's wildest imagination. Everybody expected him to be good. Nobody expected him to see the best. And that's why that we're having this conversation even now. And we got to start talking about the money because there was a time when it was like, yeah, he could play in the NFL. We know that. He could get drafted and he could be a quarterback. But now we're talking about whether or not Kyler Murray could be a first-round draft pick in the NFL. And that kind of changes the money situation for a little bit. And peep game, because we're about to get into it. But first, check out what my man does on a baseball field with this. This is just awesome. Like, I'm amazed by what you're going to see here. Work. I command thee to work. I'm going to turn the music off. Okay. All right. Okay. Kind of crispy, isn't he? It's Kyler Murray at the plate. He strikes one deep. It could, oh my goodness. Left fielder not even going to move. He just said it's goodbye. It's gone. It's gone. Good God almighty. Okay. Oh, squared it up. Put it through the whole time. Oh, dog, your mama saw that. That's cold-blooded. Bro, that's cold-blooded. Oh, for real? Oh, goodbye. Sayonara, sir. Ooh, my goodness, that's nasty. Don't hurt him, Kyler. Get down, ball. Get down, ball. Oh, that's double. Oh, you're going to stretch that in 3. Watch. Oh, standing up, too. Ooh, that boy got skills. Boy, good. And I don't mean good, terrible. I mean past the collection plate. Don't put the chicken wings in the collection plate. I know you thought it was the trash can. But look, getting down to the nitty gritty and the brass tacks and the money of the situation, you got lots of schools of thought on this. Now, Jake Trotter and Joe Sherman at ESPN kind of put together a nice little ditty where they talked to a baseball executive and said, look, I know he got the $4.6 million, but as I understand it, it's not a lump sum. They didn't give it all to him up front, and that's going to be paid out over the course of about 4 or 5 years, which means that there's contract language to denote that, the Oakland A's aren't gonna owe him all that money if he decides for whatever reason not to play baseball for the length of his contract, which is standard practice. So let's say that he only played baseball for 2 years. Oakland would pay him the prorated sum. And that's kind of how it worked for Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. But check this out. Kyler Murray ain't no Russell Wilson. He ain't no Jameis Winston. He went number 9 overall because he can absolutely ball. I mean, Kyler Murray can absolutely mash. And while a lot of folks are comparing his skill set to that of Ricky Henderson, because I guess if you drafted a dude in the Oakland A's organization, you automatically get compared to Ricky Henderson because you're fast. Nah, man. The comp is actually Mike Trout when you're talking about the speed and power of Kyler Murray and how he projects as a center fielder. I mean, that's the top end of what Kyler Murray could be because Mike Trout's quite honestly the best baseball player of my generation.
Fight me.
But there's also some hurdles about baseball that he's just going to have to overcome. Like one is he played infield in high school and he just started playing center field at Oklahoma. And then there's the whole road to the big leagues, to the show. He's got to make it out of rookie ball in Phoenix. Then he's got to make it out of A ball in Beloit, Wisconsin. Then he's got to make it out of double A ball in Midland, Texas. And then he's got to make it out of triple A ball in Las Vegas before he can get to the show in Oakland. So what I'm saying is that's a lot of small town burger joints and a lot of back-breaking bus rides. But Scott Boras, who is Kyler Murray's agent, is banking on Kyler Murray getting to the majors and hitting 20 home runs and stealing 60 bases a year while playing some outstanding center field. For which Boras expects that he'll make a ton more money than he would as an NFL quarterback. However, credit J.J. Cooper at Baseball America who put this together. Kyler's going to have to ride that $4.6 million for about 5 years. And he's not really looking at a maximum payday until about 2024. That's about the time that he could start to think about making Baker Mayfield money. Why would I bring up Baker Mayfield money? Well, because Baker went first overall and he got $32 million, 22 of which was a signing bonus. But that's number 1 overall and that's the best case scenario. What if he went 32nd overall like Lamar Jackson? Well, Lamar Jackson signed for $7.5 million and got $5 million as a signing bonus. So Lamar Jackson, if he gets cut tomorrow, is already going to make more than Kyler Murray over the next 5 years. And now that Lamar Jackson is starting for the Baltimore Ravens, there's reason to believe he's going to make a ton more money. Okay, so he could make as much as 4 or 5 times more money in the next 5 years as an NFL quarterback than a baseball player. That's short-term money. Okay, let's talk about the long-term. There are 5 outfielders currently playing ball right now who have made $125 million over their careers. In the NFL, there are 5 active quarterbacks who have made $200 million or more over the length of their careers. And now the numbers are just getting bonkers because Mark Sanchez has made $74 million over his career. The Jaguars have already poured $40 million down Blake Bortles, who's 26 and wasn't good enough to start against the Tennessee Titans on Thursday. Then you're talking about a guy who's been a career backup like Chase Daniel, who has stood next to a Gatorade jug more than he's been on the field and still collected $28 million over the length of his career. Now couple that with an outfielder like Adam Eaton, who plays for the Washington Nationals. By the time Eaton has spent 10 years in the show, he will have just gotten to that $40 million mark. And this is a guy who batted .301 last year and has a WAR at 4 over the last 3 seasons. Peep game, a 5 makes you an all-star, and 8 makes you an MVP, kind of a legend status. WAR means wins above replacement for all you folks that don't like baseball. I love baseball, so keep up. Now this is the coup de grace. Clayton Kershaw has 3 Cy Youngs and has made 7 all-star teams. Matt Stafford, who's the same age, both are 30, has made just 1 Pro Bowl over the length of his career. Matt Stafford has made $178 million. Clayton Kershaw has made $173. So what I'm saying is there's reason to believe that if you were a quarterback in the NFL, you can make more than most baseball players over the length of your career. Now, is it worth the concussions? Is it worth the injuries? Is it worth all the risk to your body? And we know that CTE has to play a part in everybody's decision about playing football now. 2, the long term of keeping your health, but also spending all that time not making all this money, banking on yourself some more, and making all of those small town bus rides throughout the minors to get to the show. I think that Kyler Murray is going to give baseball a go because he said he's going to report to spring training. But after that, it'd be interesting to see what he does, especially if he doesn't play well because he's so behind in at-bats. Remember, he played a lot of football and not a lot of baseball over the length of his college career. But the thing that could really throw a wrench into this is if Kyler Murray gets drafted in April in the first round. Then you owe the guy money who might not be playing in the NFL next season, but could in the next season. I still think the man's gonna go play baseball, but let's say if he doesn't come out gangbusters, he might start to think about the NFL in a real way, especially after this legendary 2018 season. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.